Come on now. Fired up! Fired up! Ready to go! Somewhere! Somehow! No justice! No justice! No peace! Let me put in perspective why we're here. I'll put it in the form of taking it from one of the books of the Bible. In Ecclesiastes, I won't give you the scripture, but I'll tell you exactly what it says, paraphrase. It says, when you make a promise, you keep it.
Tell it.
It's better not to make that promise if you can't keep it.
That's right.
I talked with Troy Davis on 4 occasions. But one of those occasions was the day before they murdered him. Murdered is what they did. 7 of us looked into the eyes of Troy Anthony Davis. And he said to us, they are going to kill me. But what I need for you all to do is to speak for all of those people on death row who may not have had the opportunity to get the exposure that my case got. He said that there are people on death row, innocent people, who are being killed simply because they do not have the legal resources to wage a fight. Not because they are guilty, they simply do not have the resources to fight a system in the South that is determined to kill its own citizens. And so we looked at Troy as he talked. We were trying to turn away to keep back tears so that he couldn't see our emotions. But he compensated for us by smiling and embracing us and letting us know that it was okay. I'll never forget the look on his face as he was getting ready to leave. He wanted to stay, but they told him they needed to get him right now so that they could give him a physical, so that they could decide if he was physically fit to be killed.
Tell it.
I want y'all to understand this, and if you understand the scenario, then you'll understand why we have to fight.
Yes.
And so about 9 guards armed and a counselor began to hurl Troy Davis off. And so Troy kept looking back to each one of us and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, tell everybody I love them. He said, fight on. But he had a message for the young people. And so if you young out here, I want you to hear me. Troy Davis said that you are the voice of the future. You are the ones who will win this battle. We will just simply get it started. If this barbaric system is to be halted, it will be by the young people that it take place. And so I promised Troy Davis on that evening, September the 20th. You see, some dates matter. And then on September the 21st, we went to Jackson praying for a miracle. And our God is a miracle maker. And our God don't make no mistakes.
That's right.
So I remember in that circle as Visions played and lifted up songs. And he sang songs and talked about God, and we, for a moment, when they issued a reprieve, thank God. And even after they lifted the reprieve, we thank God. Because I remember what Troy's sister explained to me that Troy said to her. Kim said, Troy told her, if they let him out, he would never be free. They would continue to hound him and harass him every way when he could never be with his family the way he wanted to be with them. Troy also recognized, as God recognized, this one had to be lifted up. This particular one had to be lifted up. If Troy was lifted up, then it would give more people, even those who at one point believed in this barbaric act, it would give them reason to pause.
Yes.
Some of them did. Captain Hamuda gave you the numbers. Some of the people said, wait a minute, I at one time believed in this death penalty. But not like that. Not like that. And so some people changed their position. Some of us have always known what they found out. The only people killed, murdered on death row are black, brown, and poor.
That's right.
Black, brown, and poor. You will not see any millionaires being executed. You will not see, in most cases, whites killing blacks, and even blacks killing blacks, executed.
Right.
That's right.
Black life, in many ways, have no meaning to most folks.
That's right. Don't kill them.
And so we decided to come here. Why January the 9th? Why not on King Holiday, when it would have been easy for people to get off? This fight requires a sacrifice.
That's right.
That's right.
The lawmakers came today for their first day of duty as legislators. And we say to them, we want to meet you at the door. We want you to know when you go into the Capitol that we didn't send you up here to have lunch and spend our money with lobbyists. We want you to know that when Senator Ford, and let's lift him up in prayer. God knows I'm told that he's in the hospital now. But when that piece of legislation that Senator Ford put on the table is out there, we said to the legislators, we didn't want you to come up here to take pictures with you. In fact, my third vice president was putting together our lobby day, and she said, do you want me to include pictures with the governor? So I don't need no pictures with the governor. I ain't scared to say it. I respect the position, but I don't need no pictures with the governor. I don't need no pictures with the legislators. You may want a picture with them. All I want to see them do is sign legislation to execute this death penalty. That's what we need. I don't need no picture. How is it that I take a picture and put it in my photo album of a man who was in office, who could have made a difference, but allowed Troy to be murdered? What kind of picture, what kind of memory is that?
Tell it.
And so are you fired up? Are you fired up? Are you fired up? Let me say this.
I always have been.
As I get ready to transition, I see my good friend Derek Bozeman. Give it up for Derek, y'all down the line. He's gonna be sleeping. Because Derek is not just a radio personality. Derek is a civil rights activist.
Me too. Me too.
But the reason I want you to hear me on this, you always hear me say this in the final analysis. After the rally, I want y'all to hear me on this. I want y'all to hear me. Let me get this part out, because this is important. We do a good job at rallying. We do a good job at rallying. Rallying is just the first step of the action. What we have to do is become registered voters and vote. People don't care about a lot of noise if you ain't got no action. They don't care how loud you scream if you don't go to the voting booth. They don't care how loud you get if you don't go to the count.
I will go.
Go ahead, brother. Into the count.
I will go.
Fire up! Fire up! Fire up! Finally, thanks to all of our leadership. Raise your hand, brother, wherever you at. Raise your hand, state officer, state executive, wherever you at. Thank you guys for being with us. God bless you. But let's remember, not just a rally, Troy Anthony Davis got the largest crowd when he was executed. It was too late. It was too late. Only thing left was photo ops. We don't need photo ops, we need action.
Action from real shit right there.